NERDSoul.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Lay Ill Kid at OneYoungsta holding it down. Bring that Street Geek and Nerd Soul. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell. Let's go, because we got right here to talk about some Ghostbusters. That's right, the Frozen Empire is here. Frozen Empire is here. We're going to review this thing real quick. Just got out the movie theater. Give you my thoughts. You know what I'm saying? We're going to talk about it, but it's going to be spoiler free. We'll drop the spoiler review on Sunday or maybe Monday. Give you guys a chance to actually see it, get out there. I'm gonna just give you know what I'm saying, give you some cursory thoughts and whether you should go out and see it, because you might be like, yo man, like I'm still on the fence. I don't know, bro. I don't know. So I'm gonna start out first. Did I like this? Yeah, I did like this movie. I was a fan of 1, 2, and Afterlife, and this one I enjoy as well. There's a lot of elements about this that I really dig, and I had a good time watching it. So, 1, I do like it, and 2, I came out of the theater feeling good about Ghostbusters in general and about the future of the franchise, because I know they were, before COVID, I believe they had announced an animated movie and then an animated series, as well as continuing on the films and stuff. So as far as, this kind of team and this kind of vibe, I'm feeling it and I'm interested in what they got next. I'm pumped. I'm ready. I'm ready to go. So do I like it? Yes. Do I feel good about Ghostbusters, where it's going? Yes, I do. Now, how do I feel about the actors? I will admit, at first, I thought that there were way too many actors in this cast. But the way they're utilized, I'm not mad at it. I don't feel like the people were crammed in. I feel like everyone who was cast got a chance to shine and like contribute to the plot in the way that was necessary without overselling or underserving the character and or characters. Of course, there's core characters and sort of like ancillary characters or all that, but none of them felt like they were used too much, and none of them felt like they were used too little. Whether they were a human or a ghost. So I dug that as well. I liked the references that we got. We got some good references, so I do like that the references they had were timely, but they weren't like used to overshadow the actual story. And that's references as far as like sort of visual gags, and references as far as like the actors that they use. Like bringing back actors from back in the day, whether they were in and around the team or people that were just in New York in general. So as far as the actors, the references, I'm here for it. I really am here for it. And I think this is a way forward, minus some things that I'll hit in the spoilers. I think this is a good way forward for Ghostbusters in general. Now, I will go in and preface this next part about anyone who didn't dig Afterlife, and if you're still on the fence for this. So, should you go see this? Honestly, I'll say yes and no. Here's the thing. I know going to theater can be a lot. You know what I'm saying? You got some places you got to pay to park. You got to, you might have to get a babysitter. You got to, plan time out. Then you get there and people acting up in the theater. The bathroom ain't clean and stuff. So I know that's there. So this is, of course, grain of salt plus your area, how your theaters is and all that. But if you dig Ghostbusters and you enjoyed Afterlife, I think this is for you. You should definitely go see it. If you were never about Ghostbusters, I don't know if this is going to win you over. I mean, maybe it could, because it's very different than the first 2 Ghostbuster films. So maybe it could, but as far as like a surefire, if you liked Afterlife, then I think this one will work for you. Straight up. If you never seen 1 or 2 and you just kind of liked Afterlife, you might want to wait for this one. Because I don't know if if you'll be blown away. And I don't want you being like, yo, man, I went and spent $15 plus paid the park and all that. And then, you know what I'm saying, the movie want all that. So I don't know if this movie is going to convert anyone that didn't like Afterlife. And I know there are people out there that didn't like Afterlife. Myself, I did. I enjoyed Afterlife. I liked it a lot. I was glad we were back. I liked the way they told the story about the Spanglers and everything. We got to learn more. And even in this story, I think that we deepen the lore of just Ghostbusters and Ghostbusting in general, which you guys can see in the trailer. So for someone who likes Ghostbusters, from the first and second movie, or either one of those, and Afterlife, and or even like the real Ghostbusters and the comic book series from IDW, was it Dan Schoening, and I can't remember who wrote that, but I think it was Dan. I forgot who did the IDW series, and I apologize for forgetting your name. But the IDW series was dope too. If you're a fan of any of those or a collection of those, even Extreme Ghostbusters, I think you'll like this. I do. I really think you'll like this because you're already primed for the Ghostbusters lore. If you've never really dug Ghostbusters, I don't think you're going to dig it. Now, on my rating side, I'll say out of 10. Out of 10, I would put this around, say like a 7.5. 7.5. I was pretty surprised at what we got, and honestly, I wish it was longer. If it was longer, and I'll cover this in the spoilers, but if it was longer, this could move up to an 8 or 8.5. But right now, it's sitting at a 7.5. But still enjoyable. I liked it. I'll be getting it, when it's available for, say, of course, home release or digital or whatever, because I do want to watch this again. I would like to sit and watch this with all 4 in a row to see what, kind of what I see then. Of course, before the spoiler, I will be going to see this movie again. I'll be going to see it on Saturday. But do I like it? Yes. Do I think the actors were cool? Yes. Was it funny? Yes. I laughed at a lot of stuff. There were even like just decisions people make. They weren't even really, well, I mean, I guess they were set up to be comedic, but just plain decisions, not like slapstick comedy, just like plain decisions and statements. I laughed. And people in the theater were laughing along with me. So I didn't feel like I'm hit out. So I like the movie. I feel good about the future of this. The actors and how the actors were handled, like as far as their time and their timing, I thought was well placed. There was some good load management on the acting. And then I dug the references. I don't feel like there were like a billion member berries. I feel like they kept it like at just enough member berries to be like, all right, cool. You can get this, you can understand this and be like, hey, I remember that, but you don't have to be inundated with every time you turn a corner. Remember this? Remember that? So I think the references were great. And if you like Afterlife, I think you should check this one out. I think you should treat yourself. Especially, it's the weekend. Why not? Treat yourself, and the next weekend you can go see Kong beat up some people. You know what I'm saying? But with that said, holla at me. I'ma holla at you. Down in them comments, NERDSoul, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, podcast, all that jazz. Of course, I tried not to tell you as much as I could because it's spoiler free. I just want to give you a feel. It's funny. There are some moments that are scarier than I thought. There is a heartfelt component in there, but there is something that is holding back my higher rating, which I'll cover on the spoiler tip. But all in all, I left the movie feeling good about Ghost Corps, their productions, where they're going, and where they're taking Ghostbusters in general. I think they've got a handle on where they want to go, and I like it. I'm digging it. Shouts out to all the actors and actresses on it because everyone. It's weird from the trailers standpoint. Everyone seemed like they were going to be in the whole movie together in the whole time, and it was going to be way too crammed and too packed. But now I'm like, you know what? Everyone was used well. The resources were well spread out and diversified. So I'm down with it. It didn't seem like this movie was too packed, and actually I could have used more. because getting more of this movie, and now I'll cover it, of course, but I could have used more. I could have used another 30 minutes, honestly, to get some stuff that would make me happier. But yeah, man, Ghostbusters, I would say Ghostbusters is officially back. This is 2 movies in a row that I enjoyed, 2 movies in a row that I'll be getting when it comes out for home release so I can own it. So yeah, I'm digging it, man. The actors feel like they gel well and they seem like they're having fun on set, so why not? So, of course, until the next time that you have to call someone because there's something strange in your neighborhood, you know what I'm saying? Yo, it's weird, don't look good. This is us to you saying, peace.